For thousands of years, the stars watched in silence. The great empires of the galaxy rose, fell, and rose again, all the while wondering what had happened to Earth, to the humans. The race that once made noise, chaos, and stories beyond measure had gone completely silent. Some believed they had self-destructed. Others theorized they had transcended into another dimension. The rest simply forgot them, a failed experiment lost to entropy and time. Until one day, the humans came back, not with a roar, not with weapons, not with banners of war or peace. No. Humanity returned with a laugh. The first signal was strange. A distorted data stream bouncing across relay satellites, pinging abandoned listening stations. Finally decoded by a curious archivist on a moon-sized archive station called Seraphis 9. The message, "Y'all still here, lol." The reaction was panic, not because the message was threatening, but because it was unmistakably human. It carried humor, irreverence, and that strange human tone that mixed sarcasm with sincerity. The Galactic Coalition convened an emergency summit. 37 species, 4 of which could alter probability fields with thought alone, argued for days. What does law mean? Is it a war cry, a prelude to planetary destruction? Or, worse of all, is it just a joke? But that was only the beginning. Weeks later, long-range sensors picked up an unidentified craft entering the outer regions of Sector Delta 19. The design was crude, primitive, even. No warp trails, no exotic shielding. But it carried a flag, a tattered, sun-bleached symbol of a blue globe. Earth. The humans had returned, and they were broadcasting memes. Cats playing piano, a baby laughing at a fart, a monkey typing furiously on a keyboard with the caption, "First Contact Protocol." Exe. Entire civilizations watched in horror and fascination. Ambassadors were dispatched. Fleets were mobilized. And the message from humanity remained consistent. Hey, what's up? And so began the most unpredictable chapter in galactic history. Some tried to study them. Some tried to convert them. Some tried to destroy them. But nothing worked. Humans didn't behave like any known species. They didn't conquer. They didn't kneel. They didn't run. They joked, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Humans laughed at their enemies, at themselves, at the absurdity of life in a universe governed by dark matter and bureaucracy. The galaxy had developed through order and protocol. Humanity responded with chaos and improvisation. One alien scientist put it best: they are not immune to fear. They simply refuse to let it have the final word. There were incidents, like the time a galactic tribunal tried to reprimand the humans for unauthorized wormhole surfing. The humans responded by broadcasting a music video titled "Boops, We Bent Space Again," or the failed intimidation effort by the Varkskar Empire, whose fleet was met not with resistance, but with a full 3D holographic rickroll synchronized across 23 systems. Even their weapons were confusing. One ship deployed sonic disruptors that turned out to be dubstep bass cannons. Another dropped a swarm of micro-drones that only painted graffiti in zero gravity. Humanity's approach wasn't madness. It was strategy through unpredictability. Over time, the galaxy changed. Rigid species began to question their hierarchies. A civilization started to study humor algorithms. Interstellar councils debated not war, but memes, sarcasm, and stand-up comedy. Some beings hated it. Some beings feared it. But many loved it. An alien defector once said, "I joined them not because they were powerful, but because they reminded me that life was supposed to be lived." And then came the invitation. The Galactic Council, with much hesitation, offered humanity formal re-entry into the unified Star Nation collective. The response: a live broadcast titled "Barbecue on Mars." Everyone's invited. No declarations, no ceremony. Just music, dancing, jokes, and ribs sizzling on solar grills. Species across the galaxy tuned in, laughed, cried. Some even danced for the first time. And somewhere, in a distant moonlit chamber, a young alien child watched on a flickering screen, eyes wide, antennae twitching. They turned to their parent and whispered, "When I grow up, I want to be human."